Hey Nathaniel, this is a quick demo video for you for your anti-flex. I'm going to start using this claw I got from my phone, so bear with me as I try to get used to it. I've done a lot of these guys, and I've always had my phone right here, so I'm going to try this and hopefully it works out a little bit better for me. So let's go through this a little bit. I'll turn this light on. Here's your anti-flex, all done. Activation right here on top, and then your clamp or your switch box clamp right here is your auxiliary. One thing I noticed about this on your particular hilt was this was pretty tight in here as far as the holes for the pins. Different than the one I just did, actually by just a hair, but it was enough to get it real tight. So I had to back this up a little bit. You will notice I backed it up a little bit there, but it won't come out. It is snug and secure in there, but I wanted to have it so there was play in the auxiliary switch. So that's what's going on there. And then another thing I noticed on this guy that's different from all of the rest of these that I've done is this little greebly right here that goes inside was entirely too big for this housing. I actually spent probably a good hour or so trying to sand that guy as perfectly round as I could, and then I had to sand it pretty much at an angle and bevel it all the way around to get it to fit. Normally that goes all the way in there. I did put this in with some E6000 in case in the future you wanted to take this out and replace it with maybe something more accurate or something that actually does fit. I wanted it in there snug enough for you to where you didn't have to worry about it if you didn't want to mess with it, but if you wanted to change it out, it was in there with a material that you could get it out with. So that's what's going on there. Normally these guys always stick too on these buttons right here, but I was able to find a solution for that. Actually, this is the first anti-flex that I was able to come up with a solution for this button, so there's no more of that button getting caught up for you. So there's that. You asked for a normal neopixel, so you have a 7-pin connector in there that I use with I get my PCBs from Osh Park. So we got that in there. We'll unscrew this right here. I did leave your Covertech knob off because it won't fit in the box that this came in if it's on. But it will be in the box. I've got my own grip guide that I put these on so that you can see here everything is lined up right. The Covertech hole right here, if you ever do decide to put it on. I think these kind of look nice without them, but the option's there for you. So here's your hilt, here's your chassis. You've got a 28mm bass speaker. You do have a removable battery. This spring obviously is your negative side, and then your positive goes up towards your speaker. And that's the other side for you. There's your board. You do have access to your SD card. I was able to get that in and out with a pair of tweezers. It's a little tricky without moving the board, but I was able to do it. I did not adhese this board down, so if for whatever reason you need to pop it up to get to the board, just know that you can do that as well. And then I make this an extremely tight press fit in here. I try to do that whenever I can. I don't like to use glue. Sometimes you have to, but I feel like a good press fit on the board is always the best option. So I'm going to throw a battery in.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
I'm going to slap your handle on. We'll go through a little bit of functionality, and then I've got a test blade. It doesn't look the greatest, but it's my trusty little test blade that I do all my installs with, so that's what we're going to light it up with. But activation, smooth swing, tap this for blaster deflex. Got a nice smooth motion to it. Hold it down for blade lockup. And then power. This is your blade retention screw right here. So I've got this out right now. I'm going to slap this test blade in. You'll feel it bounce on the springs of the pins. That's cool. Just make sure you're pressing it down all the way before you tighten the blade up. You just want it to engage on all 7 pins nice and secure, which it does with no problem. And we'll turn this light off. Activation. Lighten up nice and good. Flash on clash. Tap for your blaster deflex. Hold it down for blade lock up. Now I've got it on an unstable blade right now. It's pretty sunny out, so I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe you can see it a little better up against my shirt and my face. We're going to change the blade effect and then we'll change the color. So we're going to hold down the auxiliary button and twist your wrist, but then keep the aux held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profile.
Just like that. Now you can twist your wrist to find different effects that you want. I'm going to cycle through and try to find the solid one. There we go. Once you find one that you like, just tap a button. Just like that. So turn it off and then back on. It remembers that. So to change colors, hold down your auxiliary button and twist your wrist, but then let go.
Spectrum.
Just like that. Now you can twist your wrist again, or twist your hilt, sorry, to find whatever color you want. Of course, we probably want a blue for this guy, right? And then tap the button. So now you've got your new blade effect and your blade color. Just like that. We'll turn it off. And then to change sound fonts, you want to hold down the auxiliary button when it's off.
Sound bank selection.
Anger and your lust for power.
So you can go here or the activation. Either one cycles up or down the menu.
The force is with you, young Skywalker.
Anger and your lust for power.
Just like that. And then hold down the button when you find one you like.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
And there you go. And then we're going to take your blade out real quick. It's a pretty simple battery. It's a pretty simple battery setup to take it out, but we'll just go ahead and do it one time just while we're here, going over it. Your blade plug will be in your box as well. So we'll just untwist this guy. You always want to take it out from the positive side first, just like that. And then that is it. Got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to pack this up and get it out to you in the mail tomorrow. Thank you, sir.